What is going on, guys? Cho the Chocobo here, and welcome back to some more Troll Pack. And today, before we even get into the episode, really, I'm going to just let you all know, probably for those of you watching on YouTube, I'll have a title that's indicative of what we're doing today, but for everyone else, this is going to be my attempt to at least explore the mod that's in question today, because I certainly have absolutely zippo clue as to how this all works. And also ignore what I'm doing for right now because it'll make a whole lot more sense later on. But yeah, this has been, I have been spending the better part of my day doing research on this stuff and then being like, so how does this all work? And I finally figured out how it works, and I'm not happy with what I found out because it was really obvious, but for some reason my brain refused to admit it. It was like, no, you must fight it. Also, thank you for the 10-bit cheers. Kudo burns twice. The wait was real. Indeed, fam. Indeed. But I do know that some people were hanging out in chat. I kind of was checking on you guys every now and then, being kind of creepy. But you don't need to know that. You don't need to know that. It's fine. It's whatever. It's fine. Alright, so anyways, without further ado, yeah, but if you know anything about this and you want to contribute some help and stuff, I would really appreciate it. But today we're going to get into something called open computers. Thank you for the 10-bit cheer spam, Kudo, good lord. But yeah, we are going to get into something called open computers because we checked out this RedNet port kind of, and I was like, oh, I kind of wonder what this does. And then I figured out some more stuff, and I was like, huh, that's kind of cool. And then I found out basically that most everybody that has like really explored into the subject to any degree of depth usually had KwehCraft on their server. We have open computers. We do not have KwehCraft, which is really, really unfortunate if you're me. So here, you can see here, it's only open computers. Unfortunately, we do not have KwehCraft. Now that said, I think, I'm not 100% sure about this, because I understand the general way this works now, which involves like putting things on pastebin and stuff like that, but I understand this to be a little bit stronger, actually, it's more robust of a mod than KwehCraft is because of the way it works. So what I really would love to get into response for, because I was looking at, or not looking at it, but looking around for it, I did find some programs, but they have limiters on their reactors because they don't have infinite yellow ray, because lol. But we have all the yellow ray in the world. I don't really need to worry about limitations so much. I would love a graphic display, a GUI here. I've seen it work. I've done a test in my own world, and I could get one of the things to like come online, but it's a manager. It's not really designed just to be a GUI. It's more of a management thing, which is not what I want, which unfortunately is what I got. So anyways, in order to kind of showcase a little bit of KwehCraft and what little, and I do mean little, like acorn-sized bits of knowledge. Thank you for the 10-bit cheers. I was waiting for hours to do this. My god. But we're going to be doing something really minor, but kind of fun and kind of neato-canito, I think. I find this to be really kind of neat. So what we're going to be doing today is I'm just going to build this down. There is no particular rhyme or reason behind the way that I am currently doing this. I'm just going to flat out let you guys know that this is not like a super, I don't even know if this is going to stay, to be completely honest, but I want to show you guys something called Geo to Hollow. So the author of this mod made some kind of cool stuff on here. And for those of you who understand how to write like Lua scripts and whatever else, this is definitely up your alley. So if you're just starting to like learn how to code and stuff, this could be a really cool thing to mess around with in your own Minecraft worlds. I would highly encourage you to explore it because it really is just scripts and just straight up coding, which is kind of weird, but far be it for me to question why that is. Anyways, let's get started with everything. We're gonna go right for the blood zors. We're just gonna go straight for it. So very first thing we're going to need is a computer case. Now there is a computer case that's higher in this, but it's a creative case. I don't even know where it is. Okay, don't know where it is. So too bad, so sad. We're going to need to get a lot of these other things here. Now thankfully, I don't know why this is the case, but they do have most of the stuff on EMC. Probably because all the different things have like EMC components to it, which is great. Let me just emphasize how much of a headache we save because of the fact that this is the way it is. But it is truly greatly appreciated. Although this part may not be so much, because I'm starting to wonder if a diamond chip is craftable. Uh-oh. When your whole plan falls to shreds because you don't know if you can make a diamond chip. I don't know if I can make that. Weird. Okay, well, no time like the present, I guess, to learn. Another 10-bit cheer from Keto Burns. Hours of math, anime, and loneliness in chat. Okay. But hot dang. Alright, this could potentially be an issue. We can get away with a tier 2 case. But I would assume... Okay, so this can work with gold nuggets. Perhaps we'll be lucky and it doesn't actually require diamond, like, chips. Maybe, like, diamond nuggets will do just fine, because I'm hoping against hope. So let's go ahead and make a transistor first. Paper, redstone, gold nuggets, and then some iron. Let me just get a bunch of those. So paper, gold nuggets, and some iron. We are going to need some iron. And we're going to have some redstone on here. I almost took a whole bunch of pants out. Alright, so I'm going to need to make a transistor first, so let me go ahead and get onto that, which anyone's guess whether or not I can actually do this correctly. Alright, transistor, check. Alright, so there's the transistor. Let's go ahead, see if this works. Oh, no. Say it ain't so, Cotton Eye Joe. Please, I need this. Why is this the only way to make that? This seems like it was really a major oversight. Can we craft it this way, perhaps? No, it's literally all it's able to do is this way around. Alright. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to go to plan B, which shouldn't be the worst thing in the world. It's definitely not a good thing, but it's not the worst thing in the world to have to do it this way. So we're gonna go for a tier 2 computer. We're gonna have to have something go down so we can actually also hopefully eventually not have to do it this way, because this is kind of a dumb way to do it. But let me go ahead, get some cactus green out here. So the only thing that we lose out on by doing it this way is we just don't have the capacity to use like the really high-end gear, but for what we're doing it doesn't matter. And I want to kind of keep this the outcome a little bit hush-hush from you guys, a little bit, because I do want this to kind of be like, oh, that's kind of cool. I kind of want to look into this, because I think it's really neat, actually. Like, I'm not just saying that because I'm like, oh, let's make a video on this. Derp, derp, derp. That's the only reason why I'm going to say that. No, it's because I actually genuinely think that's pretty cool. It's probably one of the strongest things that you could potentially have for automation, so that's pretty cool. There's like some people that... Oh my gosh. Alright, now let me see here. What was it? Okay, so I'm going to have to make a printed circuit board. Oh, you need a what? Okay, no, I just have to smelt this down. Okay. I was gonna be like, what? No, that don't look right. So let's go slash back. I think, yep, slash back does bring us to what I need to be. And with any luck, nope, that is sag meal. That is not what I meant to do. Alright, and then let's go ahead, just drop some raw circuit boards into there. Get them all toasty. Alright, good stuff. And then let's just toss everything in here. Let's just chuck the whole kit and caboodle into there. Even the stuff that I am 100% going to need in about 5 seconds, but that's alright. Okay, so I need microchip tier 2, which I think we just made that, didn't we? I think we made that. So let's go ahead and get a microchip tier 2. Yep, check. And then I'm also going to be needing ourselves a printed circuit board. I'm also going to be needing a chest. I'm sure, I am so sure I'm going to need more of this stuff in a moment here. Iron bars, and I already have some gold, so thankfully it's just iron bars that I will be needing the services of. And I will use a crafting bench because I am old school, and for some reason, you know what it is? It's because I don't have to worry about hotkeys. So, in case of trouble, cool. Alright, so we do have a computer case. Now, I'm going to do this just for one side first. We're going to set the one side before we like really get into any kind of really mystical voodoo bullshrimp. But we will do this side real quick. And we're going to make it a little bit deep here because I'm going to need something 3 things tall. So for those of you who are like, oh, I want to kind of try this out and see if I can mimic it, by all means, feel free. All right, so look at that. Kind of looks daunting, doesn't it? Now, the nice thing that this mod does is if you hover over it, you see how it's highlighting in the NEI, different things? That's what could potentially go into the slot. Now, if you've ever built a computer, it's actually surprisingly pretty good about this. If you are familiar with it, it's kind of like this is your motherboard in a way. And you can, like, these numbers here indicate what tier of card or whatever you can put in there. So kind of think of it as like everything has like a PCIe slot or something, or it's like dictating by power. I don't know. I'm trying to sound really technical and smart, but I'm neither of those things. So I am not, unfortunately, the great person for this. There's also robots in this mod pack, which we will maybe gander into if I have the stomach for it, but at the moment I'm not thinking I will. But anyways, I'm going to need, just for this particular thing, just a handful of little extra doodads and gadgets. One of the very first things, though, that I should probably get a hold on is one of these nerds. Microchip tier 3 is out of the question, so we're going to get screen tier 2, which is kind of unfortunate, but that's okay. Alright, so we're going to need a microchip tier 2, glass, and just colors? Colored, okay. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and make the screen now. Let me just... So we need a microchip. Alright, so there's the microchip tier 2. I'm just going to assume, actually, that we're going to need a whole bunch of these, so I'm just going to take a stack of them out. And then... Kudo, I notice you. Holy shrimp. Alright, so there is all that. Let's get some glass out here. I think regular glass will work. I'm not actually 100% sure about that either. If I need stained glass, then I can certainly get that. And then I also needed some kind of dye, I believe. So I guess cactus green would work here, by theory. And if I'm correct... No, fleep. Alright, what do we fleep up? Golds. Perhaps it does need to be some kind of super spooky thing. Because it looked like... Whoop, it looked a whole lot... Oh, you know what? I need red. I need red, blue, and green. That's what it is. It's RGB. Okay, got it. LOL. Alright, so I am going to need some red dye. I don't even think I have red dye. Do I have red dye? I can make red dye. Alright, and then I'm also going to need some lapis lazuli. Alright, let me go ahead and make some rose red out of that. I'm not even going to bother with... actually, yes, I will. Might as well learn how to make it now. Alright, rose. And just like that, we should be able to craft screens here too. Cool. If you try trying. Oh, this mod is such a troll. Alright, so there's our screen. Very lovely, very, very, I don't know, official looking. I don't know, man. Alright, and then I'm also going to be putting this onto the back of here, because I actually do need the back of this all opened up. And this is going to be kind of the weird part, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, I've just started dabbling into this, so I might fleep this up, and if I do, you're going to have to forgive me. You just have to. You don't have a choice in the matter. You're just going to have to forgive me. I will need a whole bunch of cables eventually, but I'm not going to worry about it just yet. Alright, so hold on, let me go through the checklist. So we have a way to see an output now. I guess the very first thing I should worry about is making sure. Oh, actually, you know what? No, since we're doing this together, there is one thing I should probably show you guys first. If you are going to do this, you are going to want to get this thing called an analyzer. And I think it's this one. Yep. Okay. So this analyzer thing is going to be your best friend. I cannot stress this enough. This thing will save you from sorrow. It will save you from pain. I mean, well, you'll still experience pain, but you won't experience nearly as much pain as you would have without it. So, let me just find, because I can't find anything, because I am really blind as bat. There we go. All right, so I need redstone torch, transistor, and circuit board. All right, so let's get a whole stack of transistors going. Gold. Oh, I already have the gold nuggets. Circuit board. We need some printed circuit boards. And then I also needed, I believe, 1 redstone torchy. I don't think I'm going to need too many of that, so we'll just go ahead and do this. Alright, so check this out. Why is the analyzer so cool? Why is it king? It's because it does this. When you go up to your computers, if you go ahead and crouch right click, it'll tell you exactly what is going on. Now, good thing about this, actually also, we're gonna need to add power here. This is turning into a much larger footprint than I had originally thought it would be. Alright, so let me go ahead. We'll just open up both sides of it, even though I don't really need both sides. Alright, let me go ahead, get some power for this bad boy, because I think this will be a cool little addition. This is really not the most functional thing to be adding, but you know what? It's cool. It's something neato, canito. I really wanted to do something today that was really a change of pace for us, so I'm quite happy about this. Alright, so Choco Reactor, let's disable the redstone requirement. It is on receive mode for energy. Alright, so now it has plenty of energy. And there we are. Alright, cool. Now, for some reason, it's not actually showing me what I was hoping it would show us, which is strange. You see, if you turn this on, it will tell you there's no CPU installed in the computer, which it should. Oh, okay, there we go. So if you run the error, it'll tell you that there's no CPU installed in this computer, and that's the big problem. Good. So we need a CPU, and we go over to the CPU slots. You can see them kind of highlighted there, and we can go up to tier 2 of anything. Now the APU, it's like a graphics card plus the CPU, but because we don't have access to the diamond chips or whatever, we're gonna have to settle for doing it split. Of course, I guess we could do it this way, which actually, the more I think about it, the better that sounds. Yeah, okay, no, I'm down. Let's do it this way. It'll save us a little bit of room. That's the whole point of this thing. So I'm going to need some microchip tier 2s. I am going to need arithmetic logic unit, which I have never seen before in my life. I'm going to need clock and redstone and a whole lot of transistors. Alright, do I have... Okay, I do have a clock, bless the Lord. And I have a bunch of transistors. So I guess by extension, we should be pretty darn close to having just about everything that we need. Timbit Cheer, please read this. Thank you for all those who helped me over the years. It's really dark and personal, but I want you to know I love you. Oh, very nice. Thank you. That was very sweet. Thank you, though. Let me see here. Oh, we're also going to need RAM. Oh my gosh. This is so much spookier now that I look at all the requirements of the build. Alright, Choco, stay on task. Alright, so we're going to make this APU, right? That's what we all agreed on. Yes. Okay, so I am going to be requiring... What the flip did I just do here? Okay, so we're going to start off with the CU, which is going to be this. Redstone, gold, and everything else, which I think I actually have all those parts. Yes, I do. Alright, so let's go ahead and hopefully find this bad boy. I am just really bad at finding anything, aren't I? My god, I'm actually horrid at finding this stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to learn this. I just simply do not want to have to learn this all over again at some point, so I will learn it now. And then we are going to take that CU, whoop, then we're going to turn that into a central processing unit, but I need an arithmetic unit, which is going to require microchip tier 1 and some iron nuggets, which is going to require also more of that iron nugget stuff. Alright, so we're going to need some iron nuggets here. Let me go get some iron, and then bash them into nuggets. Alright, very good. And then from there, we're just going to backward find these things. You would really think that I would get better at this. After all these years of playing Minecraft, you really think I would get better. But no, I think I'm actually getting worse, potentially. Alright, so I'm just going to take those. We only need like 1 microchip or whatever, so I really doubt it's going to become that big of a deal. And just like that. Alright, there's our logic unit. Alright, and then these two things combined, plus some other this and that, is going to equal our first CPU tier 2. Very, very cool. Now, of course, it wouldn't just be that. We also are going to need a graphics card. This is going to be a memory tier 1, which is the equivalent of RAM for this, a card base, another arithmetic unit, Which I didn't learn, did I? Oh, Choco. Oh, Choco. Please tell me that you were... Oh, Choco. There's some moments, man, where I just have to question if I have any form of a brain. Anywhere. Like, anywhere at all. Alright. Well then, let's do this again. You know, I thought this was going to be fun, guys. I thought we were going to go on this great, wonderful trip and do all this stuff and, like, feel really accomplished about ourselves. But it's starting to become very quickly replaced by saltiness. Just very, very, very quickly being replaced by just a whole lot of salt. Alright, so we have the card base. We're going to need another... Fleep's sake. Alright, so let's go ahead and make another one of these arithmetic logic units. Not that's a big deal. Alright, let's not blow this out of proportion here. But it does kind of stink that I didn't do that the first time around. Alright, ALU. That's probably a little bit more than what I needed, so you can take that on back. Alright, so ALU acquired. And then we're also going to need to make a memory tier 1, which is going to require microchips, iron nugget, and a printed circuit board, which shouldn't be out of the question. I'm also now AFK, by the way. Alright, so there's memory tier 1. Very, very cool. And it is at this particular point in time that I'm going to take the moment to learn everything that we have so far. Because I really sure as heck don't want to screw this up and then have to redo it all. Alright, so... Alright, we have everything up to this point, correct? So let me just kind of go... Let's go back and review what we need. We need a graphics card and a CPU. I'm also going to need a component bus, which is going to require a CU and a printed thingamajigger. Alright, so let me go ahead and get some more iron nuggets out. We already have redstone waiting. And then we're going to need our CPU. Check. We are also going to need our graphics card. Oops. Wait, did we make a graphics card? No, we didn't actually finish making the graphics card, did we? Okay, so ALU, memory, card base, and microchip. Alright, so let's start off with microchip. Tier 1s, sure, why not? I think I need a card base. And with any degree of luck, nope, that's a CPU. Card base, ALU, and memory. So ALU, and then memory. Cool, beanerinos, and then hopefully that will yield one of you. Cool. Alright, so now that we got ourselves a graphics card, which apparently this is like ancient prehistoric graphics card, because this is like truly some really bad graphics card stuff. We got ourselves the CPU and the graphics part, but now we just need the component bus and then some microchips and some gold nuggets. But I think, you know what, I can even do it this way. So we'll spare ourselves a bit of trouble of having to do that with the gold nuggets. Not that it's really much trouble at all. But I'm going to need printed circuit boards, which I already have. I'm going to need a CU, basically, and a microchip. So just a CU. Alright, so let's go ahead and get a CU. And smack them all together very violently. Uh-oh. What did I fleep up? Redstone, iron nugget. I don't have the printed. I need some printed circuit boards, please. Tankashe. Alright. Let's try this one more time. Component bus. Very nice. And then we're going to go ahead and throw the component bus into there. We're going to look up buses because that's just how we roll. And then with this, at long last, ladies and gentlemen, again, this is going to merge our graphics card and our CPU requirements both at once. If you do it with the analyzer, that's actually going to put you kind of out of order from what you would expect to be in, but that's a-okay. This is just something we're going to do right now. So if I go ahead and try to turn this on again, it's going to yell at me. No RAM is installed on this computer. Now, as you might remember, we already did RAM. Remember that? So we're going to go ahead, look at memory tier 2. Oh, JKs, we are not looking at memory tier 2.5. We're going to look at memory tier 2 because that's going to be a heck of a lot easier to do. Alright, so memory tier 2. Can I just make you out? No, I can't. Why? I'm going to need microchip tier 2s is why, isn't it? Oh, you sons of ferrets. Alright. Microchip tier 2s. Let's go ahead. I just think I bought like a whole chunk of them. Thank you for the 100-bit cheer, Gaius Julius Caligula. I'm not saying your name right because it's not Gaius. It's like Giaus or something. I don't know, man. I apologize. But let me see here. I just lost my train of thought. Thought. That's what I was going for. And oh, they also have a chunk loader thing in here, which perhaps was something we're gonna have to look into. Ah, there you are. All right, so memory tier 2. I'm just gonna make one because that's all I need. Because then after I do that, we never have to do it again for that tier. So let me go ahead, get that memory out. I'm gonna get 2 of these because I think you can slot in just both. Yep, there you go. So we can have double the RAM because we're really savage like that. And then we're gonna try to turn it on again. Herp derp. It's not giving me the error screen. What is happening? This is new. I don't know if I've ever seen this happen before. Okay, that's really new. Alright, Analyzer, come hither, my child. Perhaps you can shed some light as to what the heck happened here. Ah, yes, no BIOS found. Alright, cool. So it did work. It's just, I guess you need to have an analyzer in your inventory or something. So now it's saying that we need to get ourselves a BIOS. You might be like, BIOS? Holy cow, this seems kind of intense. Don't worry, it's nothing too scary, it's nothing too crazy. But we do need to make one of these bad boys, an EEPROM. I call it the EEPROM. Anyways, we're going to need ourselves a transistor, redstone torchy, and then some paper and gold nuggets. But we already have the gold nuggets, we just need some paper. Redstone torchy. Might as well just get a whole chunk of those redstone torches. And I think we already have transistors. No, we do not. So we're also going to need some transistor lovin's. And then with that, we can say hello to this. Now this guy is going to be where we eventually will get a BIOS loaded onto. This is going to be one of the things that you will probably be seeing on everything that we do from this mod pack. Ooh. Huh. Okay, cool. I do need to make one of these manuals here as well, so I'm going to need a book and a microchip tier 1. Do I have a mic? Yes, I do. Alright, so I'm going to need a book out of you, if you wouldn't mind. Alright, and then I'm just going to go slap these 2 things together, make that. And you know what? Let's just go ahead and just learn how to do that, just in case, man. You can never be too safe. You can never be too safe with that. And actually, you know what? Let's even do it for the manual, because again, you just never know. You just never know what might happen. All right, you just never know. All right, so I'm going to look up manual, I guess. All right, and we're going to slap these 2 things together. We're going to get the Lua BIOS. Now there is one more BIOS I think that's in here somewhere floating around. I think it's like. Oh no, maybe I'm thinking about OSs. I think there might be another. I don't know. Maybe it was just Lua, because I think that's the main language that these guys roll with. All right. Anyways, regardless of neither here nor there, I suppose I should probably learn the absolute fleep out of that, which apparently I already did. So I feel dumb. Oh no! Aha! Okay, so that does not remember that. Okay, so I will have to redo this step every time. That's okay. That's not a big deal. All right. Turn on. Hey, look at that. Unrecoverable error. No bootable medium found. But, Garzooks, what is that going to mean for us? Because that's truly ridiculous sounding, isn't it? Well, we don't have any kind of OS on here. We also just don't have a hard drive, to be frank. So we got a couple of problems in our future. Now, this is going to require us to make a disk drive. Also, thank you for the 25-bit cheer, Manny2292. Appreciate it. But we're going to need to get ourselves a sticky piston, a stick, and then we're going to also need some irons. But let's go ahead. Let me just kind of cull all this junk that's in our inventory, because we've kind of built up a whole lot of junk on our road to this point. All right. And then we're going to need to make ourselves a disk drive. So I'm going to need printed circuit board, a microchip tier 1, So let's get this printed circuit board. And then a microchip, tier 1. And then I'm also going to believe need some irons. And I think I remember seeing that I needed a sticky piston and literally one stick. Alright, and then that all put together should be that. That looks... Oh, wait, was that maybe that wasn't a sticky piston. Maybe it was a regular piston, actually. Let's try it anyways. What's the worst that can happen? Am I right? Oh, crap. Ah, okay, never mind. We're good. Alright, disk drives. Now, if you do end up getting yourself into the position where you can... If maybe you don't have something that conflicts with a mod pack, like we very apparently do, you can actually kind of bypass the whole... You can kind of bypass the whole disk thing, because the higher level computer cases actually have a disk drive built into it, which is absolutely dope. And also the police are coming after me. I don't know if you could hear that, but the siren pretty darn loud. The popo after me. Bound to happen. They knew. The nerd laugh chose me. Couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. I'm a hardened criminal, man. By hardened criminal, I mean I'm a nerd of epic proportions, and I can't do nothing about that. Alright, disc platter. Let me go ahead and get one of these fine platters, I guess. It's kind of a weird thing to have on there. And we are going to need to make from the disc platter the Open OS system for the time being. That's the one that I prefer to use right now. Not because I have any good intelligent reason for doing that, but that was the one that I tested this out with, so that's the way we're going to be rolling. Alright, and I think I need a lever, right? I don't have a lever learned. Well then, okay. I suppose I will need a cobblestone. It was probably an ambulance. It wasn't. It was probably an ambulance. It wasn't the cops. I should know. I mean, what? All right, so lever, and we have now learned the almighty lever. And then with that, it should be all we need for this here floppy disk. Which... Huh? Okay. Hold on. Wait a minute here. But I need this. Oh, I need... Oh. Sneaky. Very sneaky. Unlike the way you work. And by I like the way you work, I mean I really despise the way you work. Alright, let's go ahead and have... What the fleet did I just do? Alright, I am going to need a microchip. Oh. Guys, let me tell you, it's been a day. It has been a day. Alright, Open OS. Not going to there because that doesn't make no sense. Gonna put into there. However, this is kind of just like a quick thing here. Without a hard drive, it means it has to boot from there every single time. That is god-awfully painful. I do not want that to be the case because that is awful. It is a terrible crap way to do that. And so in order to prevent myself from having to get all sorts of horrible things happening to me, I'm assuming I'm going to need that piston again. Let me see here. Because, you know, I literally was just like, oh yeah, this is going to be what we do. And then I forgot because I have the memory span of a goldfish. Alright, piston, we have the gold. Going to need 3 disc platters. And then also going to need the microchip here too. Give it some love. And just like that, got ourselves a nice little hard disk. Now this will, the different tiers kind of just are more robust is what it really comes down to. But you know, let's not worry about that too much. So let's try to turn it on now. Oh, look at that! Isn't that so cool? Yes, and we literally have spent the past like 30 minutes for doing this. Isn't this crazy? Alright, so now that we got that running, it's like, oh cool, well how do we use the computer? And here is the reason why we have this back area. It really doesn't matter what side it's on, but we do actually need to make a keyboard in order to use it. But here's the weird part. The keyboard doesn't exactly go where you may think it's supposed to go. Kind of goes into a weird spot, which is on your screen. I don't make up these rules. All right, listen. I know a lot of you are heavily judging right now and being like, I don't know, Choco. Does anyone hear like this weird like grunting sound every now and then? That's kind of... Oh, is it my bed? Is my bed hungry? I'm sorry, bed. You're probably starving Marvin. Here. There you go. Is there someone else here? Oh, that's just extremely creepy, and I'd really rather not. I guess there's some kind of mob near me. Alright, so anyways, I'm going to disregard the spooky sounds that are coming from Lord knows where, because that's spooky, and I frankly don't want to deal with it. Alright, so that is those ones. I'm assuming this is going... I don't even remember. There's another keyboard thingamajig that we need. What is it? Oh, the arrow keys. The arrow keys. I really don't like that sound. Whatever that sound is, I am not a fan. Like real talk, I don't appreciate that sound in the slightest. That is horrifying. What? Oh, God. That's literally just not right, man. It's just not right. Here, let's type in group, because that doesn't have the letter T in it. Alright, and then take all these things together, slap them together violently, and we get ourselves... Ooh, just kidding. We ain't getting jack squat yet. Alright. So, I suppose we're just going to need some more button groups is what we're going to be needing. Bing! Alright. Now... slap them all together violently. Bang, bang, bang. Get yourself a keyboard. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And now we have only grown 300 years older in the search for something that I'm having some doubts now. Alright, but regardless, check this out. Oh, isn't that so cool? So we have a little itty bitty baby computer, 768 kilobytes of RAM. This thing is tiny, but this is what they used to have. This brings you back to those DOS days, doesn't it? And if you know what that is, good lord, it's been a while, hasn't it? Alright, so we're going to go ahead and install the OS onto the hard drive. And that's going to basically take this floppy disk stuff and just mount it onto the hard drive as we would hope that it would do. Pretty cool stuff. And let that run, let that run. It does take a little while, right? So patience is key. Patience is key with this mod. And this is why it took a really long time for me to kind of wrap my head around, like, okay, so I need to do what now? And what is this stuff? And what? But it's not too bad. And I think once, especially if you have EMC, especially, it gets a lot better as you go on through the whole process. But now it'll initialize a whole lot faster with the OpenOS. Cool. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm going to take the OpenOS out, and I'm actually going to put in something into here called the OPPM. Now, OPPM is going to require us to get an interweb. I know. It's a great joke. I mean, I would like to commend the joke makers, because that is a great joke, boys. But, joke quality aside, we're going to need to make ourselves an interweb. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. And then let's go ahead and learn how to make future interwebs. And just pull that out. And then with lit interweb, we are going to make not that, not even that, but this. I don't have a floppy disk. I cry every time. Alright, floppy disk. If you don't know what a floppy disk is, by the way, I'm genuinely curious. Please let me know in the comments if you're watching this on YouTube and in Twitch chat. If you don't know what it is, please holla at your boy. I want to know about that. Alright, anyways, so that's it now in there, and we're going to type in OPPM. It's going to read that. It's going to go like, okay, well, which hard drive thing do you want to install that to? That's 6228 blah, blah, blah. Remember that number. Just remember that first 4 numbers, I guess, is really all that matters. Oh, right, and we also need an internet card, otherwise it can't actually work proper. So, 6228, see how that hard disk and that really dark gray says 6228? It corresponds to everything. There's all these different names and stuff. It's really, really confusing. Internet card, where are you? Ah, there you are. Hiding, lurking. We're gonna need redstone torch, obsidian, a microchip tier 2. Lord in heaven, why is there so much stuff? Alright, let's go ahead and learn those things. I guess I don't need another floppy disk. I don't know what that's all about. Reactor keys. What in the world? Alright, red net cable can also hang out in there. Let's put these flowers a little bit closer together. And hold on, let me take one quick hot second here just to kind of clean up my inventory a little bit. I know, right? Choco doing the management of his inventory. Crazy times we live in, fam. Crazy times we live in. All right, so card base. Let's go ahead and learn one of those, or not learn, but you know, get one of those. We're also going to need to get obsidian, redstone torch. I like how I say things, but I don't do it in the order I say them. It's really. And was that it? Oh wait, no. I also need an interweb. All right, and then with all those things, when slammed violently together, create internet card. And this is actually a really important thing. Internet card, from what I can understand, this does, it will actually communicate to a web server and go find information. So it's kind of sketchy. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of weird, but I've kind of gotten used to it at this point and been like, yeah, okay. I have no idea. If I go missing, like if someone like swats me or something, I have really no one to blame but myself for getting into this mod. Actually, that's not true. We're gonna blame Ben because that's convenient to do. All right, internet card into there, and actually I'm gonna leave that. I can't leave that in there. JK's. All right, so I'm gonna leave that in there. Let's try that again. OPPM, and then we're gonna go ahead, select device 1, and then it's trying to get this thing rolling. Installing files. Here it goes. Successfully installed package OPPM. Now you might be like, oh god, Choco, there's more? Yes, there is more. But check this out. If you do this now it says a whole bunch of this stuff. Crazy, isn't it? And actually, you know what? Actually, since we're all super cool folks, I'm going to do this. I don't know if this is even going to work. I think it might, though. So I'm actually going to whip out. I don't got what? Say what? You want to try that again? Holy bejeeberwalkies. I never. Okay. That is a really bad thing not to have learned. What in the world? Isn't this cool? Hey, look at that! The big screen, fam. The big screen. I ain't gonna deal with no little screen. I like to live large. Alright. So, anywho, skidoodles. Back to the task at hand. Now that we got this thing going here, there is one more thing that I'm going to need in order to make my dreams a reality. Now this is the part where we're going to get into weird territory because I haven't tested this extensively. Also ignore the weird creepy sounds. So I'm going to need, I have ender and the compass, I guess. So let me go get eyes and then a compass. And this is going to get us this little guy, the Geolyzer. Now, Geolyzers, kind of neato. They don't really do a whole lot by themselves. But let me go ahead, bust this out. And also, coincidentally, I should probably put that keyboard back up there so I can actually use my computer. We're just going to leave that Geolyzer right there. Kind of a weird place to leave it, but gotta do what we gotta do. Alright, so if I type in I forgot what the command is actually. Alright, hold on. Blurb. So I was trying to see what we wanted to do today. Ah, okay, there we go. So if I do, oh wait, hold on. I have to OPPM list. I can't remember what it... Hold on. It's going to run through all the different like little repositories and stuff that it has in here. Give it a moment. Alright, so you do see here that they have a big reactors control. There is an actual built-in thing here. It's from the Kenny's Open Library thing. I don't know who Kenny is, but I know a Kenny, so I kind of know who it is, I guess. Alright, and there you see that Geo2 Holo. So, oh, there's also a Holo editor and stuff. There's all kinds of cool stuff in here. I didn't even realize there's... I feel like there's more stuff in this list than what I saw, actually. Oh, and there's also a 3D printer. So yeah, again, if you guys know anything about this stuff, holla at your boy. Alright, install Geo2 Holo. Dadgummit, I cry every time. Oh my. Alright, let's see here. No, 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 no. Well, I suppose before we get really too far ahead of ourselves here, let's get the other part done that I do know we have to get done anyway. Because I need cable. Alright, so it's going to be iron nuggets and redstone. We can get that all arranged. Also, really just... Oh no! Oh, don't you dare. Why? Are you kidding me, guys? Really? Are we really gonna do it? What will work in the slots is the question. I wonder if... Hold on. So there is actually RedNet cable here. Maybe this will work? I actually have no idea. Let's give this a try. I don't know if this will work or not. But can't hurt. Can't hurt to try. So let's go ahead and get a whole bunch of this RedNet cable out. I have no idea if this will work or not. But hey, no harm in trying, I suppose. Alright, and then I'm also going to need to make... We're going to make a hologram projector tier 2. It's kind of meh. Oh wait, hold on, JK. No, I'm not going to make a tier 2. I'm going to make a tier 1 because we're poor. And dadgummit, there's a diamond chip requirement! No! Oh, dadgummit. Why is this happening to me? Hold on. I need diamond chips and troll pack. Arrgh. Oh man. Take it from creative? Fun fact, actually. I can't go into creative. That's not a thing. So unless other people have magically had that ability, I don't. So, you know, shout outs to that because I can't actually do that. So, you know, that's cool. But let me see here. I guess while we're waiting here. Yeah, is it? It's just that. Ah, yes. Okay, that's all I have to do. So all I had to do was add OPPM to it, so it knew where to call for it. Okay, cool. So, all right, cool. Now it's finished making it. That's all fine and dandy. I have no way to actually make the hologram, which really sucks. Oh. I don't actually know about that part. Well. Yeah, I think, hold on. So while I wait for hopefully a response, let's go on a miniature mission. What? Wait, is that sun being made above? No way. Oh, it is being made above us. Get the fleep out of here. Alright, well, we can be somewhat productive during this time. we're gonna work on. We're gonna get some real quick. Hopefully, we'll get a response from our home skillet coder. Oh, and I have to make a QED. Dad, I don't want to make it. I hate QED. I despise QEDs. Alright, diamond. And then let's go ahead and make some chandeliers. Chandeliers, of course, being the one thing I can spam, because I can't spam the freaking magnum torches, really. Because magnum torches would be awesome, but unfortunately not something that's really very spammable, which is kind of annoying. Alright, so let me go ahead, go down. I suppose we'll leave a little bit of lighting action here somewhere. Yeah, we'll leave one like right here. And now that I've made this giant crater in the ground of completely non-suspicious origin, and something went up in flames, which is kind of strange because I don't know what would cause that to happen. But go ahead, add that into there. This should make the whole area here not so spooky, but we'll just drop that in there indiscriminately for now. I do have a plan for the underground. I will have to be. I will be doing some stuff with the underground. We also will do some stuff with that. We haven't recreated the magical crop area. I'm kind of bouncing between ideas here. I'm thinking I might actually make this whole side, like these two sides of the reactor, just magical crop, like gardens almost, and then have that running. And then we'll just put it on like a small size, so it'll be a 7x7, I guess, would be the length width. And then we'll go from there. So I think that will be the game plan. We get this going. Oh, please, coder. Coder, no. I need you. I fear that the dream is dead. I fear for the worst. Yeah, I'm starting to get concerned. But, oh well. Oh well, we shall have to see how this goes. Garden number 2 has now. And apparently, by the way, there's something called Floodgate, which is part of BuildCraft. That people have been telling me like to do that. There's no Floodgate in this mod pack. So but apparently if we had a Floodgate, this whole Cryotheum thing, not even a problem. You just have to like put it down in this like depression and it will just slowly fill it in for us. Which is kind of, I'm not gonna lie, could have been really nice to have. Just, you know, I'm just saying, man. It could have been something really nice for them to have added for me. So I didn't. You all right there, world? You all right there? Got a couple of problems there, buddy? Alright, we're gonna just try to see if anything else can happen here. But regardless, I suppose we can do during this time then. Again, in the interest of being somewhat wait. Okay, good. I was like, Alright, so I guess we might as well set this up. I mean, ain't no harm in it. Oh, that's right. You can't actually... yeah, that's right. I almost completely forgot. This is not your everyday plots of dirt, because you can't actually do jack on this dirt until you actually get the thingamajigs. So, we're going to have to go ahead and do that. None of what came out of my mouth made any sense normally, but that is okay. What I meant to say was, we got to get regular dirt down here. Because this aether dirt, apparently you could use like a the Aether hoe or whatever it's called, and then that would actually work, but not for us. So let's go ahead, dig all this out. And let's kind of decide how we want to do the crop plots here. I say we only make it... I say we only do like a certain portion of this area as crop plots, so I guess we'll kind of preview this part. This was actually meant for next time, but that's alright. We'll kind of start doing the outlining work now. 2, 3. Alright, so it should look something along the lines of this. And they'll just have a one thing of separation. Doesn't have to be too big. And that'll keep it kind of within the boundaries of the big reactor here, which will be important and quite nice actually. So let's go ahead and just do that. Alright. Because in truth, we don't need that many magical crops. We really don't. So there's no need for us to go too crazy overboard with what our magical crops are doing. I just need a handful of them to give us what we need. Alright. Just like that. Nope. Alright, let me just put this all together. We'll just dig it away. You know, some people ask me if I enjoy Minecraft, and my response is generally that, you know, I dig it. I'm gonna get smacked one day. It's more about a question of when more than if. Oh, actually, you know, we have to add one more. This will not actually be what we want to do. We actually want to go one deeper. We sacrifice our very, very nice and beautiful little design here, but maybe this will look okay, actually. Maybe it'll be a good thing in the end of the day. Who knows? Alright, so let's go ahead and build that out. And just like that. Just clear it out. And looking good. Alright, so that will be a good little crop plot there. And then we can have this do the same exact thing. And this will be something that's actually really important for us to do with regards to doing this in the grand scheme of things for moving our base operation from that little area that we currently got going on to something a little bit more permanent. Alright, so let's just go ahead. Just rip all that stuff down. Alright, very, very cool. And we'll just drop in some Aether dirt into there. Let's just do it this way. We also, at some point, do need to do that weird ritual that people have been talking about that gets you the Super Builders one, because that sounds lit, fam. Like, right about now, sounds real good. Sounds real good. Alright, just like that. Make a couple of these. Dreams come true. Angels are going all over the place and stuff. Alright. And then just like that, we got ourselves the beginnings of a humble little farm plot. And best part about this, of course, is that we can get this rolling. We do need to make something that can get the zombie heads. That's the only part of this that's actually kind of an annoyance, is that we can't really do the zombie head part willy-nilly. That's really the only thing that prevents us from being like a truly wonderful situation with the farming station. but should be okay. Alright, but anyways, so that takes care of that, all that stuff. And I hate to do this to you guys, but I guess we're going to have to leave this on a cliffhanger because I'm not quite ready to make a move on this part of the build yet. We're just not there. Because we also have to work on Tinker's Construct in order to make the Unbreakable Maddox, which I don't want to put this online until we have the Unbreakable Maddox ready, and I'm just not ready to make that commitment just yet. So, unfortunately, we're going to have to leave this a cliffhanger because we're also not going to be able to finish off our little project here with computers. But look forward to that next time, hopefully. I'm almost positive that we're going to end up finding out that we can get some diamond chips and stuff. I would really be surprised if they're like, no, you can't do that. But hopefully that'll be all going forward. I would say, please, if you're watching this, leave it as a surprise until I can show you guys. Because you have no idea how much, like, this just boggles my mind. I'm just like, oh, I did a cool thing. Because honestly, so far in this mod pack, we've been mostly sticking to our guns. EMC is something that's, this new Project E stuff has been kind of different, but by and large, we haven't been doing anything that's too outside the scope of what we've done in previous series. It's the only one that we've actually done that's like really, we've just never seen it or touched it before. So this should all be pretty cool. But anyways, I will see you guys next time. Hopefully you guys can forgive me for leaving you on a cliffhanger. I know it's a terrible jerk move, and I'm going to probably have to, I don't know, fight Batman or something in order to make up for my sins. But actually, I would really like to rather not fight Batman. It'd be kind of cool to get your butt kicked by Batman in this game. But all right, anyways, that's going to be it. Have a wonderful, safe day, guys. Take care, and ciao for now.